Let me go to Sharon. Sharon's calling us from Oklahoma. Hi, Sharon.
Since we are a global economy now, I thought it might be pertinent, and I thought you could clear some things up for me.
Okay.
Last week, the European Union, all of the nations in the European Union had a vote. And by and large, they voted overwhelmingly, apparently, to the far right. Are you familiar with what happened over there last week?
I am.
Clear this up for me. I know that what the spokesman for Great Britain said that it has been the biggest earthquake politically in England for over 100 years, or for about 100 years. Can you elaborate on this for me a little bit? Because we know that what happens over there hopefully is going to impact the United States. I just wanted your thoughts.
Well, I don't. So here are my thoughts, Sharon. That's a great question. Here's my thoughts. One is I don't know that it'll overwhelmingly impact here in the United States, and here's why. One of the reasons that it is happening is because unlike the United States of America, because even in Europe, we humans have the shortest memory of any animal on the face of this earth. But what has happened in Europe is that they, unlike the United States, have had a very short window of time in which they have seen the economic policies of the far left fail, the economic policies of the centrist fail, the economics of and the social concerns of the conservatives get in until they discover they don't like the ideology of the conservatives. Then they go back to the left and then again fail. And this has happened in a period of a very short window of time since 2005. So a very short period of window. And now they're taking, here we go, even a more extremist look, which is good, but a more extremist look and looking at the far right. And they're coming to the realization, Francosi in particular in France, that, isn't it interesting? They went from a somewhat centrist in France leadership to a radical socialist who was making all kinds of promises, and France has done nothing but see their economy decline and everything that he promised being, unable to deliver on. So now they're changing. So I think that's the difference right now between the European Union and America. So I think, though, to further comment and answer your question, do I believe it's going to have an impact on the United States at some point in time? Of course it will, because I shouldn't say that, because I thought Angela Merkel was going to have an impact on the United States of America back in 2007, and it didn't. So 2007, 2008, when Angela Merkel came in, they had an extremely high unemployment. They were expecting, if they go conservative with Merkel and their parliament, that they were going to see, eventually some unemployment go down and things were going to get better. Well, it happened in dramatic fashion. Unemployment came screaming down to 8% in like a year and a half. It was incredible. And they're starting to see the merits of that. Well, I thought that was going to rub off on the thinking of the United States. But the American people are so consumed with the ideology here in America that so our ideology trickles through Europe a lot quicker and in real time than does Europe's ideology trickle into America, because America is very arrogant in that, and I'm not saying that everybody knows how much I love this country, but Americans and American have an arrogance about them that they don't care about anybody else's ideology because, we're the leaders. We're right. And so their ideology and what they're doing over there does not trickle into America to the same extent that ours trickles over there. So they're looking at our failed policies and making success out of them. And we're not looking at their failed policies and saying, whoops, we better be careful not to go to that direction. Every member of parliament that I've talked to, and the ones that I've had on this program, Daniel Hanna in particular, has said, please don't go in this direction. You know, Margaret Thatcher is the last time that I can recall, and this was before the European Union, she was so close to really changing the face of England, changing the face of England to a true democracy that was going to be based on capitalism, and even she failed. But she was very, very close. So I know that's a long response, but these are just my insights, obviously. But that's what I believe.